This is the Peter Greenwood Show at the Edinburgh Fringe. We are in the salubrious confines of Brooks Club, way in the corner, where there used to be couches. There used to be couches here. They've taken away my couches.
Oh.
I don't know when they did it, but sometime between last Fringe and this Fringe, there's no couches.
Why do people do that?
I don't know. I think it's personally to distress me.
I think you might be right.
Exactly. Could you tell me your name and your show title, please?
Hi, I'm Mari or Fempath. I switch between both, and my show is Fempaths Transistor Radio Hour. It's the one with the radio antenna that you might have seen around.
How are you today? You well?
I am, yeah. We had a fabulous show last night, and so I've realized I've started to live and die by the audience, which is probably not healthy, but it's good, so now I'm happy.
So it was a good reaction last night?
Yes, it was really nice.
So let's talk about Fempaths Transistor Radio Hour. What is your show? How did it come about?
My show is a musical odyssey of trans expression. I sing and play piano. I have a fabulous cellist, Carolina Lopez Del Nero, and a saxophone and flute player, Bevan Todd. And I wrote all original music, and the lyrics are taken from famous trans people from history, like Marsha P. Johnson, Emma Solkowitz, a 12-year-old trans... Oh, my God, that's my alarm to wake up.
Oh, no.
That's how you know I sleep late, because my show ends late. So sorry, everybody.
Not at all. This has worried me, though. Like, are we in a dream? Am I about to vanish?
Oh,
Which
know.
I would not object, because life is hard.
I think I will wake up at the end of this. It feels like I'm in a liminal state
I have that
for the whole month. It feels like the back rooms. Oh, yeah, my show. Sing, play piano. Oh, yeah, they'll go back to lyrics. The lyrics are taken from famous trans people throughout history, but also I've taken texts and text messages from my mother, father, brother, exes, husband. It is harrowing. I have to warn people. It's like 80% really intense. It's 10% hysterical and really dirty. There's something that happens with the banana, so if that offends you, I have to warn you up front. And it's really joyful. I think people tend to be kind of shocked and also cry in equal measure. And but it's been great, and especially queer people and trans people have been really lovely and like said really hyperbolic things that make me feel good. Yeah.
How have you been enjoying performing it at the Fringe? Is this the first time it's been performed?
This is the first time this show's been done at the Fringe. This is my second time bringing my own show. My last one was called Jet of Blood. I outed my sexual perpetrator, which is a much darker show. And that I did like 6-7 years ago. And I've also just performed in other shows. I was in Sasquatch the Opera. I was the one in the giant Sasquatch suit.
You were the Sasquatch?
I was the Sasquatch.
That's not something everybody can say. I've never been a Sasquatch, personally.
There was actually 2 in that show. There was me and there was like the Sasquatch doppelganger. So there's 2 Sasquatch
a stunt double
around.
Sasquatch.
Yeah. That was so you might have seen me in that at Summer Hall back in the day. It's been mixed. I guess I'll just be real. The first day I wear this kind of very slutty outfit, and I think older men thought I was like Lady Boys of Bangkok.
Right.
So they came for like a different show. And I would just flyer to anybody. And then the second song of the show was from a speech that a 12-year-old trans kid in Pennsylvania gave to the school board because the school wouldn't allow them to use the bathroom that that aligned with their gender, but the kids would. The kids were like, we get it. And they're 12 years old. And the lyric is, "Hi, my name is Ari. I am transgender." And half the audience stood up and walked out at that point. And then an older woman heckled me. And then the rest of the people who stayed, who were all queer people, I was like, "How are y'all doing? Okay?" And they were like, "Yeah, because we don't suck." And they were really fun. But from that point on, I'm so sorry to all the people I've handed flyers to because I'm like, if you have purple hair, welcome. Like, I'm going for my people. We also do free tickets for trans and non-binary people. So I definitely, I'm clocking the dolls in the street, but it's okay because trans is beautiful.
Yeah, which is lovely that you have that offer for trans people, that they can come and see a show. How have they been reacting to it? How have the people been enjoying it? How has your audience been enjoying it?
It's been beautiful. There's some audience interaction. Like, I do a live tarot reading and I sing the responses. There's also a number where prior to the show, the audience writes their answer to the question, if you saw your ex today, what would you say? And then I sing the responses. My favorite answer to that one of them is, you can't make being French your whole personality, which I thought was quite good. And then the other one, which is a little bit more disturbing, was, I hope you get stabbed in prison. Which is a little terrifying, but yeah.
I apologize for writing that. I'd had a bad day.
My God, that's all right. I mean, we've all been there. We've all had exes we hope get stabbed in prison. But I get like letters from people. I hear people crying. I usually like pick out at least one or two trans people that I can like see, and then kind of in my brain, I'm like, I'm doing it for you. And yeah, we've had like standing ovations almost every night, and I get letters from people being like, "This is the best Fringe show we've seen," and then I get other people who, are obviously mortally offended and leave when I'm deep throating banana. Oh, that was a spoiler.
Oh, well,
sorry.
spoilers.
Damn it.
Don't worry, I can bleep that.
That's okay. It was on purpose.
I'm actually really glad, because I was sitting here thinking, what can we do with a banana in an hour that's stage appropriate?
Well, it starts with banana, and then I have two more friends that come along the way. We'll see.
Is that a figure of expression? Two more friends that come along the way?
Yeah.
Or? Okay.
Yeah. No, they're inanimate. They don't have heartbeats. That number goes. So there is a deep throat number that I'm pretty proud of. And last night there's like I feel like they might have been repeat comers, and they like three people with their phones out were just like, we're coming for this one number and filmed it. I'm like, you better give me residuals on Pornhub or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's really fun. It's wild. I feel like if you asked me 3 days ago, I would have been like, I'm switching careers. And then now I feel like we found our people, and it's really nice and gratifying.
So you've come over that hump of, I don't know if this is for me, to fully embracing the Fringe?
Yeah, I've done the show I always believed in. I did it in New York a couple of times. I did the Duplex and in Fire Island. And so I was like, I know this show. I know what it can do. I know how it can touch people and especially make trans people feel seen, especially their rage. And I was just like, how do we find our people? And I think just word of mouth started spreading. Yeah, and there's just so many queer people this year at Fringe, and trans people that I see around, which is really nice. Like, I live in London, but I'm like, I feel like I've seen more trans people in Edinburgh Fringe than I've seen all year. It's the per capita has gone up, and it's really lovely.
Which is, I'm really enjoying, because I first came in 2019, and you could see everybody from all walk of life, and then 2020 happened, and the Fringe was shut down for a year or so. And it's slowly been coming back, and this year is the first year I really feel that the people the Fringe is intended for are coming back.
Yeah.
And that's been really lovely to see.
Yeah, I waited. My last show was pre-pandemic, so I haven't been back since then, and I've been kind of like waiting for the show that I was like, what's the show that feels like the spirit of the Fringe? And I feel like this is the one. I feel like that's part of the magic. But yeah, it's so nice to see that so many people are doing well, and also to the folks who are still like on the struggle bus. Like, we're early days, everybody. It's okay.
It's still so early in the Fringe. Like, it feels like it's been on for about 12 years.
Yeah.
But that's just the Fringe. It feels like that.
Yeah.
It will. Time will settle down.
I do feel like I have lost years of my life while flyering. I feel like I'm getting older every day.
Like just another grey hair every day.
Yeah.
Like by the end of the Fringe, you'll have like 25 in a row. You can put them in a little ponytail.
I know. But that's what I do for love. Anyway.
So what is next for the show after the Fringe?
After the Fringe, I don't know. Some fancy theaters are coming, so we'll see what happens. I hope to tour with it. I'd hope to do it in London, where I live, because I've done pieces of it all over the place. But yeah, if any fancy people are listening, I would love to bring me and my little band wherever you are.
And why wouldn't you be listening? Come and say hello. Yeah. So, before I let you go, I would like to ask, because you are married to an earlier guest, depending on when this goes out, Justin. Mm-hmm. How did you and Justin meet?
This is
'Cause Justin never told me the story.
Well, it's slightly, windy. So we just this. There's the boring version, which is we met on Instagram. But the true story is, they were singing "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas" on Instagram Live, and we had like mutual friends in common, and I slid into their DMs and said, "Hi, this is me sliding into your DMs. Would you like to get a drink sometime?" Then they said, "What? Really? What? Me? What?" And I was like, "Yes, would you like to get a drink sometime?" They're like, "Me? Really? What?" And I was like, Are you saying no in like the longest way possible? Just like yes or no." And then they were like, "What? No? Oh, yes, I would like to, but unfortunately I'm taking care of my mother post-surgery for the next 3 months." And I was like, "That's fine. Reach out to me when you're back in 3 months." And then they said, "No, I'd love to like text and get to know you." To which I said, "No, thank you. I don't like texting. I'm not good. Can we chat in 3 months?" And then they said, "No, let's talk." And then we texted awkwardly. They were like, "What's your greatest fear?" I was like, "Mortality." And they were like, "Is it the fact that you're going to be eaten alive by bugs, or the fact that you'll never matter, or the fact that, et cetera, et cetera?" I had a panic attack. And then I asked my therapist if it was okay to lie and pretend like I got into a relationship. So I did and was like, "I'm so sorry. I'm actually in a thing right now." So then we didn't speak for a year. They kind of sent fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji at every picture on Instagram. And then they saw me in a show, and I was like, "Oh my God, this weirdo is coming to see me in my play." And then I talked to them for about 5 minutes after, and I was like, "Oh my God, they're lovely. Who knew?" And then I sent them a dirty text, and then we were kind of off to the races, and then now we're married. So I learned from that I have terrible first impressions, and I'm a bad judge of character. And the same with the audience too. Actually, there's an audience where I was like, "These people hate me. Like I don't understand what's happening." And then that one, I got a letter that was like, "You've changed my life," like 3 days ago. And I was like, "I thought you actively were like offended and mean." That's the long story short.
And I'm glad you told me it, because I was wondering what it's like being up here with somebody who has not a different show, but another show. Mm-hmm. Is there ever any kind of competition? Do you ever be like, "Oh, well, I sold 37. Oh, yeah, well, I sold 42. That kind of thing?
Well, every ticket they sell goes also to my bank account. So
That's
it's
good.
a win-win.
Yes.
Yeah. Justin Elizabeth Sayers, A 40-Year-Old Woman is a fabulous show. Repping it right now. No, we totally support each other and want each other to win. And there's a lot of crossover. There are more tears at mine, but there's some tears at Jess's as well. But we scratch the same itch. And no, am I competitive? No, we help each other out. It's symbiosis. But sometimes there's like two divas in one household, and that's a little tough. Like when things are going wrong, it's I'm probably worse, I will admit. I'm really? A little I'm like, everything's falling apart, which is funny because the show's all about gratitude. Well, that's why the show's like deeply, deeply about gratitude, because I'm not that grateful of a person. So doing the show is practicing gratitude. And so sometimes I get off stage, I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm all negative, but the show helps remind me that we're alive, and that is a beautiful thing.
And you're doing something that not everybody can say they've done.
Yeah.
Not everybody gets to take a show to the Fringe.
No, and I talk about this in the end of the show, but like I was really sick like 5 years ago. And like I did not think I'd ever be on stage again. So even if it's like a small house, I'm on stage in Edinburgh in like a beautiful theater doing a really gorgeous show with beautiful musicians, and like even half less than that, I'm still fucking alive. Yep. And it's funny how weirdly in the darkest times I can be like the most grateful, and then now that I like have the ground underneath me a little bit more, I'm like, this is the wrong coffee, Yeah. I have to remind myself, I'm like, my God, I'm here, and every day is an adventure, and then that's beautiful.
Yeah, there was a period when I wasn't very well, and I'm laying in hospital, and you sit and you think, I'm going to go and enjoy the breeze, I'm going to get a bottle of water, I'm going to sit in the grass, and when you go out there, and it's like, the grass is sharp, it's too hot, and my water's warm.
Yeah.
So appreciation is a good way of approaching life.
And you start to like laugh at yourself at the like, I don't know how fickle we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's human nature.
Yeah.
Humans are like that. Where can people find out more about you and the show online?
Fempath on Instagram. Fempath. I also have the second link is the secret link that I'm supposed to be real quiet about for trans and non-binary people. So go there for the free tickets for the trans folks. And yeah.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your time today. Good luck with the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Fempaths Transistor Radio Hour is playing every day at 8:45 at Dexter at Underbelly, Bristol Square, every day up until the 30th, not including Monday the 17th of August. For tickets, go to edfringe.com. Until next time, see you then.